Hi everyone, welcome to our video tutorial about making our Pom Pom penguins. So today we're going to be making cute little Pom Pom penguins using yarn and other materials that you can pick up at the library. You also can use your materials at home if you don't feel like coming in, but if you do decide to come to the library to get your supplies, you're going to get a little bag like this. It's going to have hearts on it if you come soon. And inside you're going to find 2 balls of white yarn, 2 balls of black yarn, 2 little penguin wings made out of foam, 2 little penguin feet made out of foam, a little penguin beak, 2 googly penguin eyes, and a little piece of fabric for our scarf that goes on our penguin. If you look in your bag and you don't have any of these items, I apologize. Please call the library so we can have another one made for you or provided for you. But usually when we set up the kits, they all seem to be there and everything ends up being okay. Also for this craft, you are going to need glue of some sort. I'm going to use hot glue gun because, like I always say in my tutorials, it's just a little bit faster for me to use when I'm doing it all here on the video. And you're also going to need some scissors to cut your pom-pom. All right, so I'm going to get started. The goal of these pom-pom penguins is to make 2 pom-poms. If you've made pom-poms in the past, then this part of the tutorial won't be new. I know that I've done it in crafts in the past, so if you've done any of my crafts or that have pom-poms in the past, this won't be a new part for you. The thing that will be new is that we are going to be doing it with 2 different colors. So we want to make sure that we have the black and the white on separate sides, not mixed together. Right away, I'm going to do one thing though, and I suggest you do this too. Cut a length of string that's going to be long enough to wrap around the pom-pom. Cut it out of the black yarn. I guess you could do the white yarn if you prefer. I'm going to do out of the black yarn, and this is going to be used later to tie our pom-pom together. Then you start making your pom-pom. Start with the black, find the end. I might have just got it all mixed up. Hopefully this won't get too tangled. And all you're going to do is wrap the pom-pom around your hand. I've seen people use forks before. I've seen people make very large ones using chairs and then tying them up in sections. But today I'm going to teach you just how to use your hand to make a pom-pom. You're just going to wrap the black all the way around the pan, making sure you keep it towards the end of your fingers on this side so that we can add the white later. The black, just wrap it around. Keep going until it's all gone. And I've already cut these out for you, so you don't have to worry about making sure the right size. You're going to be making 2 pom-poms. You have 2 different things of black, 2 different things of white, and you could always add more if you have yarn at home. If you want bigger pom-poms, you could always use less if you prefer smaller pom-poms. But today what I'm going to use is the standard, what you'll get in your bag if you are doing our normal craft from the library. All right, so I'm still wrapping the black all the way around my hand. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. And then, once you're done with your black, you're going to do the same thing with your white. Now, the important thing to do here is to make sure that the white doesn't get mixed in with the black, because when we have our penguin at the end, we want the black and white to be separate for the face and the back of the head. So, wrap the white around the middle to front of your hand, right next to the black, but not going into where the black is. So you can see they're 2 separate colors, just side by side. Okay, so I have my black and white side by side. Remember that black piece we cut off at the beginning? This is when we're going to use that. We are going to tie all the yarns together. So how to do this is just take the black piece and put it right in between the 2 fingers, the 2 middle fingers of your hand. Let's see if I can get this through. Okay. So now it's hanging through. You see it's on this side That's part of the black string. And it's on the other side as well. This is part of the black string. Tuck that in. And we're just going to wrap it around both colors of the pom-pom. And from here, we're just going to tie it. Using my mouth for a little help there. Pull, pull, pull. At this point, you can take it off your fingers if you prefer. Do a double knot. Pull, pull, pull. No, you can't see it, but I'm just tying the knot around the same way. Double knotting it, and you should get a little thing like this. With the line in the middle, tying the bottom and the top. From here, we're going to finish our pom-pom using our scissors. And all we do to finish our pom-pom is to cut the loops of the yarn. All around, just make sure you don't cut that middle yarn that's holding everything together. Just cut the ends of the pom-poms. See if I missed any. No. And you should get a little pom-pom like this. I'm gonna cut the long strings off so that we don't have them interfering. And you kind of fluff it out. And if you like how this looks, that being the front of the face, that being the back of the face, you can leave the pom-poms long like this. I'm going to give my pom-pom a little haircut because I like to have it be a little bit more like a ball and less like a shaggy dog. I'm just gonna cut the ends. Just a little haircut for the penguin. And becomes a little bit more poofy and a little less droopy, I guess, would be the word. Missed a loop. Okay. And what you get is, I could probably even do a little bit more haircuts. Sometimes you realize you missed a couple loops. And it's not, you know, an exact perfect science. You're just kind of playing around with it. Don't worry too much about your haircut. And you're going to get a little ball like this. The white part's going to be in the front, and the black part's going to be in the back. Your next step is to make another ball that is exactly the same, in the exact same way that we did it before. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to make my other pom-pom, and then I will meet you back here with a little bit of TV magic. Okay, I'm back, and you can see I now have two pom-poms, and both pom-poms have white on the front, black on the back, separated into two different colors. Now I made one of my pom-poms a little bit smaller. As you can see, this one is a little bit smaller, just because, you know, penguins' heads tend to be a little bit smaller than their bodies. If yours are the same side, not a big deal. You can change it or keep it the same, and essentially we're going to have put them together so that we have the black on the back and the white on the front. But before we do that, I want to glue on our wings. So our wings are going to go on either side of our penguin. And depending on how big your pom-pom is, you may want to cut your wings a little bit shorter. But what we're going to do is glue our wings to the bottom pom-pom. So if you have a bigger pom-pom, this would be that pom-pom that you're using right now. And I gave you two little wings like this. Like I said, if you need to cut them smaller, you can cut them smaller. I'm just going to use the size that we got, and we're going to put the wings on with our glue. As you can see, once again, I am using hot glue because that is what is most convenient for me when I do these videos. If you are using regular glue, that is absolutely works. It's just going to take a little bit longer to dry. Make sure you hold on to the If you're using hot glue, don't burn yourself like I just did. But if you are using regular glue, make sure you hold on to the wing a little bit so that it stays in place. For me, because these are a little long, I'm just gonna glue one on top of the other and kind of try and bend them down so that they are wings kind of down to the penguin's side so they can waddle waddle. Okay, so yeah, they're kind of out to the side. I'm going to fold them down as we continue to do our craft. But for right now, I'm just going to glue them on, one on each side. And of course, we want to make sure that it's right on the sides where the black and the white meet, not like in the front of the white or the front of the black. Just waiting for this to dry. Once that is dry, and like I said, you may want to pause the video so that yours can dry a little bit longer. You're just going to add the top pom-poms. So just put some glue on top of the wings, or if you had wings that were shorter, that were kind of on the side, on top of the little pom-pom. And we're just going to add the head of the penguin on top. Once again, holding on so that you get it all nice and glued. The penguin, making sure that the black is matched up and the white is matched up. So we have the black on the back and the white on the front, just like we had with the other one, the bottom one. And we're starting to see a little bit of a penguin design with some penguin wings. Like I said before, I am going to bend these a little bit more once this is more dry. You can keep them out to the side. That works too. Maybe a penguin trying to fly. And then from here, it's just a matter of gluing on all the other pieces. So moving on to our feet, which you should have 2 little orange feet. You're just going to put glue on it. Put my penguin down for a second. You're just going to put some glue on the feet and stick them right on the bottom. Here's one foot. Glue on the other foot. And pop it right down. And you see my penguin has 2 little feet. That'll actually have him stand. So now you can see my penguin is kind of standing up there. And we have the face, which you can see I have the beak and 2 eyes. And then finally the scarf. And the scarf might be a little big. Mine is a little big, so I'm probably going to do some cutting. You can choose to use it or not use it. Sometimes just, yeah, mine's a little big. So I'm going to cut it, and yours might be a little big too, and you can always cut that as well. And then it's just a matter of gluing everything back on. So I'm going to put you back up so you can see me. And we'll start with, are these dry? Start with our little nose. So about where a beak would go on the nose, you can either put it on the beak or put it on the pom-pom. Just put a little drop of glue. And we stick on our penguin beak. A little bit more centered on mine. Little penguin beak. Starting to look cute. Some glue. Cut my glue off. Okay. Oops. And finally, we're just going to put on our eyes. Just the eyes. I'm actually going to put the glue onto the googly eye. It's a little bit easier for that. Put my penguin down. Let me just stick it on. And I will show you what this looks like after I get them on. And the other glue dot on the back of this googly eye. Kind of make them a bit more even. And here we have our little penguin face, the eyes and the beak. The last thing I'm going to do is our scarf. So we have our little, I have a blue scarf. You may have a different color scarf. And we're just going to feel like I gotta, there we go. Fix my hand a little bit. And we're just gonna wrap our scarf around it. So you can just wrap your scarf around the penguin and then just put a little drop of glue, and if this is how you want them to wear the scarf, that's how I'm doing it. A little drop of glue right in the front, and then just cross the other side of the scarf. And there it has its scarf. My balls on mine got a little wonky. That is what's tricky about the pom-pom, is because you don't know how the feathers are, or the pieces of yarn are really going to lay once you actually get them down. But this is my little Pom Pom Penguin. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy your Pom Pom Penguins and they have a nice spot on your home in decoration. And if you are interested in even more crafts, we have a lot at the library, winter themed and otherwise. And you can find lots of other good stuff on our website if you look at our events calendar, which is the event calendar that you can find there. And let us know what you think. Thank you.